What's up, my pretty people? It's your girl, Pretty Girl This, and I'm back with another video. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. I know I've been MIA for a minute, but y'all, it been so much going on. I'm gonna make a different video talking about what's been going on in my life because a lot's been going on. But today, I'm gonna talk about my first threesome. And why I want to talk about this, because there was a lot of stuff that went on with that first threesome. So it's probably gonna be a part 1, 2, and 3 to this story. And I'm just gonna say, you gotta be careful who you deal with, who you trust, because everybody ain't your friend. People are sick. So I think that if I tell this story, it'll give me closure and it probably help somebody out here, because I know I ain't the only one that went through this. Okay, so boom. This takes place in summer of 2013. And, you know, me and TJ broke up, whatever you want to call it. So I'm back out here popping my shit. That's what it was. Like, I wanted to get back. I'm out here single. So I done came out. Like, everybody know I mess with girls. So now I'm just saying I'm bi. Because I still miss the pen. So, okay. So me and my homegirl, we always, this was like I was hitting the club, stay back. Like, I'm talking about, we was going out every weekend. Like, when I'm Friday, Saturday, I'm gone. I come home Sunday morning, sleep till I go back to work. That's how it was. So, in the midst of us going out one night, she told me she wanted to meet. She even got this other friend. We gonna call her Tia. Tia she a little shorter than me. She might be 5'2", maybe 120 pounds. She mixed. She Mexican and black. Pretty long hair. She a pretty girl. So she introduced me to her. And Tia dude, he a well-known dude, older dude, and blah blah whatever. Like, I knew of him, but I didn't know of him. So I meet her at the club one night, so we started going out with them kicking. So Tia, she a cool girl. Now remind you, people telling me not to get real cool with Tia and be kicking with her dude or whatever, because he's an older man and they like to try young girls, like they into threesomes and stuff. So, you know, I'm like, okay, whatever. Couldn't nobody tell me nothing. Like, back when I was 20 years, because I was 20 at the time, couldn't nobody tell me nothing. Like, I was not listening to you. It is what it is. So, like I said, we started kicking it with them. I'm like, Tia, cool, girl, her dude, cool. I'm talking about we going out to the club with them or go over their house having drinks or whatever. Now, Tia dude got a whole bunch of older cousins. Like I said, we 20, like they 40. Like, that's about to be 40. They way older than us. Like, way older than us. I'm talking about we fresh off the scene type. So, you got all these different types of dudes try to talk to you and stuff like that. But, you know, like, I didn't pay no attention on mine. So, like I said, so I get to know Tia and them. So, like, they started to come get me to come over and kick it with them. So, you know, I'm kicking it with them. Woo. So, one particular day, they was like, I heard you like girls. I'm like, yeah. Like, y'all used to see me in the club with my little boo thing or whatever, but we ain't together no more or whatever. That was like, have you ever had a threesome? I'm like, nah. I say, nah, it never crossed my mind. So they was like, well, would you have a threesome with us with the room? I'm blowing it up. I'm like, nah. Like, I don't know if I'm gonna do that, because, you know, I don't want to mess up me and Tia relationship and, you know, friendship like that. Because, like, I will say this: if you gonna have a threesome, do it while you're single and you're young, ain't no strings attached to nobody. Or make sure you doing it with somebody that's not jealous, because people catch feelings and people feelings will get hurt. So you got to be careful when you doing threesomes, because it could be dangerous. So yeah, so I'm like, no, I don't know. That was always just thinking about it. So, I'm thinking about it or whatnot, and they keep asking me. So I'm like, man, fuck, why not? Like, anybody know me know I'm a little freaky little girl. If you know, you know. So, and then she was a girly girl. TJ was a stud. So, at that point in time, I knew that, like, I don't think I could be with, like, a stud. Like, I want to be with a girl like me that like to get their hair done, their nails done, their toes done, because messing with a stud is like you messing with a dude. And I could just stay messing with dudes. If I'm not, you ain't gonna let me touch you or do nothing to you, I might as well stay talking. Give me a girly girl. So, one particular night, I go over there, and we was drinking and stuff. So, we was drinking, taking shots or whatever. So, boom. That got me lit. So, I don't know, like, we ended up going to the bedroom or whatever. And boom, that's where the magic started to happen. So, I think, like, Tia dude, we gonna call him Mike. Mike really coached us into, like, what to do. Like, he was like, this, you do this with the woo, till you do this, this, that, and the third. So, and before that, like, they was like, have you ever experienced with toys? I'm like, nah, the only thing, I've been strapped before, but I ain't never been doing no toys. So, y'all, they pulled out this toy called the Bullet. That's when I found out that you can have waterfalls. Y'all, when I tell you, Mike must got that thing. He told T to put that thing on my woo-ha. Well, I'ma say, yeah, my woo-ha. Y'all, I could not take it. Like, that stuff was so intense. I was like, oh my God. Like, I couldn't do nothing but scream. I want to scream, cry. Like, it make you go crazy, but it feels so good. Like, when I tell you, I think it was like 5 minutes, baby. I was whoosh everywhere. So, I'm like, okay. So then they pull out another toy. He telling her to do this to me with the toy and all like this and that. So, within this, I'm really getting turned on, because this some freaky stuff. Like, this some freaky stuff. Like, I'm like, okay, I think I'm liking this. So, and like I said, like, Tia was not an ugly girl, so she a pretty light-skinned girl. So you already know off top, he tell me go down there and do my thing, so I do my thing. Okay, so this is where stuff, like, we getting into it or whatever. This is where stuff twists. So it's time for Mike to do me. Mike get on me or whatever, and we do what we do. Now, I'm the type of girl, if something feeling good to me, I'm gonna yell, scream, moan, I'm gonna enjoy it. I'm not gonna sit there and not fake nothing. I can't do it. If I don't say nothing in the midst of doing the do, that means you ain't doing your job. If you ain't got me moaning and yelling, screaming, cussing, you ain't doing your job. So, boom. Mike doing what he doing or whatever. So we into it. I guess we might have been too into it, because Tia gets up and she leaves and she crying. So we finished. So he whispered in my ear. He was like, I told you not to moan with the woo, because that shit her feelings. So I get up after we get done. I goes out. I'm like, why you up in here crying? I'm like, that's the main reason why I didn't want to do this. Like, because you crying. She like, no, it ain't, it's nothing with the woo. I'm like, man, nah, cause like you up in here in your feels, you crying. Like, what's the problem? So now I feel bad and I'm mad. I'm like, why did we even do this? You know what I'm saying? Like, why did we even do this? So that was that. So next morning or whatever, she like, she cool or whatever, she cool or whatnot. So me and her, after that, we have conversation. She was just like, well, it wasn't nothing against you or nothing like that, but when it just be me and him, he don't show up this freaky side, this wild side. But when you come in the room, and remind you, I'm not the first girl they done had with a threesome with. But she was like, yeah, like he like when it just be me and him, he don't turn up like that. But now you up in here and you turn up. I'm like, man, we ain't gotta do that no more if y'all don't wanna do it no more. I'm like, we ain't gotta do it no more. So everything back cool or whatever. So boom. So I'm proceeding to, I'm still doing it with him. So at this point, like, I go over there, they come get me, and we was doing them. Like, we was doing them, like a lot. Like, we was doing them a lot. So I go over there. I hope they don't copyright me, but we doing what we do with the woo. Okay, I'm back, y'all. I'm sitting outside and somebody was riding up. I ain't want to get copyrighted, but so I still was going over there and doing them with them, whatever. So we kicking in like this. So boom. So one particular day, Mike like, no, okay. So boom. One day, I was still in my little feels about TJ or whatever. I'm not gonna lie about that. And so, like, she posted something. No, her and the girl that I got to fight with, like, they was together, something like that. And it just hurt my feelings. So I'm in my feels. Like, I'm in my feels. I'm talking about in my feels. So I'm, like, literally crying my little polar eyes out or whatever. So I remember he was like, man, Mike was like, man, you need to stop being up in your fears about her woo. And I'm like, whatever. So he continues to tell me about this other girl he had to some week that used to come over there. So she ended up coming over. He was like, I'm gonna tell her to come over here and give you some head. I'm like, what? He was like, yeah, I'm gonna get her to come over here and give you some head. Y'all, this girl, he literally called this girl over there. She literally came over there. Why? She pulled my pants down and proceeds to do her thing. And he was recording, like really recording. He was getting out recording this shit. And I was like, why you recording? He was like, no reason. It's just like, I'm talking about literally. Tia not saying nothing. So, I ain't gonna turn it down. Lil' mama did her thing, but it was just weird to me because why is you recording me and I didn't tell you to record me? So it happened or whatever. So boom, that was that. So I'm just gonna leave it out. I'm gonna just stop right there because when I come back to part 2, she finna get crazy and ugly. So stay tuned.